What's up guys, Simon from Athletic Progression, and today we are doing hamstring dominant leg workout. So last week what I did was a quad dominating leg workout where I did a lot of front squats, leg presses with the narrow stance, a lot of lunges. Today I am doing a hamstring dominant, so I'm doing a lot of deficit deadlift, leg press on a wide stance, as well as a little bit of front squat as well. But the primary focus is going to be on hamstrings. We are doing a ton of compound movements, plus there will be some isolation movements as well. So, and we are doing the hamstrings, and then we are moving on to the calves. Without wasting the time, let's start with the workout. Starting off with some deficit deadlifts, guys. Great for working out your hamstrings, glutes, grips, Just an alternating substitute for a regular deadlift will make you strong. But don't expect to work as much load as in regular, because you have to pull the weights a lot more and from deeper position, which is the weakest one. So maybe 80 to 90% of your 1 rep max should be your 1 rep max for this. I'm doing 5 sets of 2 repetitions. Again, I always like to do that just to ramp up my nervous system, get that motor income firing. Remember in deadlift, at least that's what I think is optimal, is going to be not to bounce the weight, okay? So when I'm doing that, doing 1, 2, okay? I'm picking the weight up. I did that at the beginning, right? So what I do is I don't let myself bounce. Instead, I release the bar, and that has to continue. Okay? The reason why I do that is I let my muscles loose, so that when I lift it for my second rep, I have to do it from 0. Okay? I won't have any muscle tension. I won't have any reserve strength. The muscles. So starting from 0. Okay? Just cut off that extra tension, okay? Makes it more difficult, but the results that you get from these, the strength gain, are just awesome. So I want to do this review of the TK bands, but I was putting this on today and freaking end up tearing it. I paid like $40 for this, It's ridiculous. I didn't even use it 10 times. Front squats, and I'm not sure why the front squat isn't as popular as back squat, and I think there are 2 reasons behind it. The first one is the most important for a lot of people, because you can't do as much weight as the back squats, and the reason behind it is it primarily involves your quads, but the back squat includes a lot of hamstrings as well as quads as well. Nothing wrong with it, but one thing I don't like about back squat is it uses a lot of glutes. And to be honest, I already have big glutes, But really powerful move. The second exercise why a lot of people don't like front squats is, again, they don't know how to stabilize it. And it's because a lot of people do it with this kind of grip where you just put the bar across and hold the barbell like this. But instead, if you do like an Olympic style grip, you'll be able to handle a lot more weight and balance a lot more weight than just like holding across like this, you know. And another huge advantage for doing a front squat is going to be if you don't have a power rack like this. And I own one of those things where you had the bench and where you could decline, incline, and behind you could do squats on it. It didn't have a safety rack, okay? And you don't want to get stuck with doing back squats, okay? Here, if you get stuck, it's easier to drop the weight. Now, it's easier to drop the weight. I mean, I shouldn't say easier. You can drop the weight on the back squat as well, but it's not as easy as this. And sometimes dropping weight behind you on the back squat might injure your shoulders. Here, it's perfectly safe. It doesn't involve a lot more of the lower back like in back squat, but involves a lot more of core against your abs. Okay, that gets a lot more involved. So if you want to get the strong core, this is the best bet. It's more like, you know, you have to pick your battles. Okay. We moved on to the leg press with wider stance. My wider stance here in this leg press is not a lot, and as you can see, the range of motion kind of sucks as well. You know, this is a home gym type leg press. It's not as heavy duty, and the range of motion, I don't know why, it's so low. So I have to do my best with what I can. Just try to focus a little bit more on negatives. 5 to 8 on these. Again, wider leg focus a lot more on hamstrings. The closer you go, the downer you go, it focuses much more on quads. So, hamstring dominant workouts, put it as wide as possible. But just make sure it's not uncomfortable on your knees. Now we're doing some leg curls, lying leg curls. We have done all the heavy moves, heavy lifting. Now it's time to put that mentality behind and focus on lightweight but very slow negatives and high reps. Here I'm doing like 20 repetitions each set, and I'm doing 3 sets of them. Again, negatives. If you have one of these kind of benches with adjustable leg curls, you guys probably need to pain in the ass, It's kind of like get stuck all the way up, on the way up. And if you have one of these benches at home, then you guys probably will understand what I'm talking about. It's just pain in the ass, It kind of gets stuck on the way top, and it's kind of hard to get the feet inside here. So what I did is, for the first one, being stuck at the top, I tied a rubber band, okay, so that the rubber band is going to pull itself up. Plus, it adds some extra resistance as well, because I don't have any standard plates. And for me, making it difficult for my legs to slide in under there, I put a ply and I put it in between. So on my first repetitions, when I curl for the first time, this is going to drop down, but when I'm getting inside, it's going to make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to show you guys. See how it's a little easy. Just slide it in. That falls out. Now it's all put range of motion and doesn't get stuck. The final exercise is going to be calf raises. Calves has been my weak body part I mentioned in like every calf video. And the way I'm doing the calf today is I'm going to do a superset, and I'm going to do both on the leg press machine, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 10 reps close grip, 10 grip wide grip. It's kind of like the same, but it just gives it a little bit twist from a different angle. And awesome long repetitions. And I try to give a 1 second pause at the top and just control the movement. The calf gets really pumped.